As I read my AIDS compendium of news stories each morning, I notice an accelerating pattern of stories on sexual violence. The latest comes from northern Ghana, of all places, where the respected local NGO, Action Aid Ghana, has done a study purporting to show that the increased incidence of HIV in the region is due in significant measure to sexual violence. Now, this is Ghana. Ghana is a peaceful country, no political turbulence, no internecine warfare. And what Action Aid Ghana has done is to demonstrate a pattern of domestic violence, marital rape, and early forced marriage adding up to the spread of HIV. And there aren't many countries that are totally exempt from that pattern. So what does the international community do when it's faced with the contagion of sexual violence? Well, we sign empty petitions and we show fervent support for the awareness raising of the 16 days of action against sexual violence, and we also support the pathetically financed UN Trust Fund on sexual violence, and we watch as resolution after resolution goes through the Security Council and the Commission on the Status of Women, and they amount to very little indeed. And we listen to the rhetorical speeches of the Secretary General of the United Nations and his acolytes, who make the speeches to show how intensely they care. It's frankly offensive, and it obviously isn't working. But there is one gleam on the horizon. And that gleam consists of the fact that the member states of the United Nations have agreed to create a new international agency for women, and if it's appropriately funded and appropriately led and has operational capacity on the ground, it could be the salvation for women. Indeed, it could change the culture of the United Nations. But alas, the design of the agency is in the hands of the UN Secretariat, therefore given to that unimaginative, business as usual, lowest common denominator syndrome to which they're addicted. As a matter of fact, at AIDS-Free-World, we'd be surprised if a decent design ever emerged. At the senior levels of the Secretariat, they're so often given to two speeds: paralysis and inertia. I'm Stephen Lewis.